Vandeham Shri Guru Shiyata Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Scha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabhadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivishikam Vidam Scha Om Ajnana Timarandasya Gyanajana Shlakya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurva Bhistam Supurakam Guruganara Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipanam Shri Rupa Patanugam Govinda Bidam Ujwalam Varatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Bande Vishwagurun Shah Divyad Bhagavat Prem Nawe Bija Pranam Devam Divyatanum Suchanda Baranam Balarka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyam Buddhim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Vandetam Shubharam Madeka Sharanam Nyashishwara Shidaram Vanshakapatarubhyascha Kripasindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahamaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. This is Adi-lila chapter 17, text number 71. Haridas Thakur Korila Prashad Acharyastane Matar Kandaila Aparad. The Lord blessed Haridas Thakur and vanquished the offense of his mother at the home of Advaitacharya. On the Mahaprakash day, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced Haridas Thakur and informed him that he was none other than an incarnation of Prahlad Maharaj. When Vishwarup took sannyas, Sachimata thought that Advaitacharya had persuaded him to do so. Therefore, she accused Advaitacharya of this, which was an offense at his lotus feet. Later, Lord Chaitanya induced his mother to take the dust of Advaitacharya's lotus feet, and thus her Vaishnava aparad was nullified. Bhaktagane Prabhu Nama Mahima Kohila Shunya Paduya Tahan Arta Bharakoila. Once, when the Lord explained the glories of the holy name to the devotees, some ordinary students who heard him fashioned their own interpretation. Name Stutibad Shuni Prabhur Hoiladuk Sabare Nishedila Iharana Dekila Muk. When a student interpreted the glories of the holy name as a prayer of exaggeration, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, greatly unhappy, immediately warned everyone not to see the student's face henceforward. Once, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained the glories of the transcendental potency of the Lord's holy name, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one unfortunate student said that such glorification of the holy name was an exaggeration in the Shastras to induce people to take to it. In this way, the student interpreted the glories of the holy name. This is called Artabad, and is one of the 10 offenses at the lotus feet of the holy name of the Lord. There are many kinds of offenses, but the offense known as Namaparad, an offense at the lotus feet of the holy name, is extremely dangerous. The Lord therefore warned everyone not to see the face of the offender. The Lord immediately took a bath in the Ganges with all his clothes on to teach everyone to avoid such a namaparad. The holy name is identical with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is no difference between the person God and his holy name. This is the absolute position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, one who distinguishes between the Lord and his name is called a Pashandi, or non-believer, an atheistic demon. Glorification of the holy name is glorification of the Lord. One should never attempt to distinguish between the Lord and his name or interpret the glories of the holy name as mere exaggeration. Sagane sachele giya koila ganga snan, bhaktira mahima tahan korila byakyan. Without even removing his garments, Lord Chaitanya took a bath in the Ganges with his companions. There he explained the glories of devotional service. Jnana karma jogadharme nahi Krishnabas hetu ek prema bhakti ras. By following the paths of speculative philosophical knowledge, or gyan, fruitive activity, or karma, or mystic yoga to control the senses, one cannot satisfy Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Unalloyed devotional love for Krishna is the only cause for the Lord's satisfaction. Na sadayati mam yogo, na shankyam dharma udaba, na swadhyayas tapastyago yata bhaktir mamorjita. Lord Krishna said, "My dear Uddhava, neither through Astanga Yoga, the mystic yoga system to control the senses, nor through impersonal monism or an analytical study of the absolute truth, nor through study of the Vedas, nor through austerities, charity, or acceptance of sannyas can one satisfy me as much as by developing unalloyed devotional service unto me. Murari ke kohetumi Krishna bas koila shunya murari shlok kohite lagila." Lord Chaitanya then praised Murari Gupta, saying, "You have satisfied Lord Krishna." Hearing this, Murari Gupta quoted a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Vaham daridra papiyan va Krishna Sriniketana Brahmabandhur iti smaham bahubhyam parirambita. Since I am but a poor, sinful Brahma Bandhu, not Brahmanically qualified, although born in a Brahmin family, and you, Lord Krishna, are the shelter of the goddess of fortune, it is simply wonderful, my dear Lord Krishna, that you have embraced me with your arms. This is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam spoken by Sudama Vipra in the presence of Lord Krishna. This and the previous verse quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam clearly indicate that although Krishna is so great that it is not possible for anyone to satisfy him, he exhibits his greatness by being personally satisfied even with one who is unqualified from so many angles of vision. Sudama Vipra was born in a family of Brahmins, and he was a learned scholar and a class friend of Krishna's, yet he considered himself unfit to be strictly called a Brahmin. He called himself a Brahma Bandhu, meaning one born in a Brahmin family, but not Brahmanically qualified. Because of his great respect for Brahmins, however, Krishna embraced Sudama Vipra, although he was not a regular Brahmin, but a Brahma Bandhu, or friend of a Brahmin family. Murari Gupta could not be called even a Brahma Bandhu because he was born in a Vaidya family, and according to the social structure was therefore considered a Shudra. But Krishna bestowed special mercy upon Murari Gupta because he was a beloved devotee of the Lord, as stated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The purport of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's elaborate discussion of this subject is that no qualification in this material world can satisfy the Lord, or Krishna, yet everything becomes successful simply through development of devotional service to the Lord. Ek din Prabhu sa bhaktagan maya sankirtan kore baishe shrama jukta haya. One day the Lord performed sankirtan with all his devotees, and when they were greatly fatigued, they sat down. Ek amrabij Prabhu angane ropila tatkane janmila brika badite lagila. The Lord then sowed a mango seed in the yard, and immediately the seed fructified into a tree and began to grow. Dekite, dekite, bricka, hoila, valita, pakila, aneka fals, sabai, vishmita. As people looked on, the tree became fully grown with fruits that fully ripened. Thus everyone was struck with wonder. Shata dui phala prabhu shigra padaila prakalana kore krishne boga lagaila. The Lord immediately picked about 200 fruits, and after washing them, he offered them to Krishna to eat. Rakta pita varna nahi asti valkal ekjanera peta bare kaile ekfal. The fruits were all red and yellow with no seed inside and no skin outside, and eating one fruit would immediately fill a man's belly. Dekiya santushta hoila sachiranandan sabake kaljala age korea bakan. Seeing the quality of the mangoes, the Lord was greatly satisfied, and thus after eating first, he fed all the other devotees. Asti valkalanahi amrita rasamoy ekval kaile rase hudara purai. The fruits had no seeds or skins. They were full of nectarian juice and were so sweet that a man would be fully satisfied by eating only one. Emata pratidina phale bharmas vaishnava ka jenafal prabhura ulas. In this way, fruits grew on the tree every day throughout the 12 months of the year, and the Vaishnavas used to eat them to the Lord's great satisfaction. Esab lila kore sachiranandan anyalok nahijani bina bhaktagan. These are confidential pastimes of the son of Sachi, or Mahaprabhu. Other than devotees, no one knows of this incident. Imata Bharmash Kirtana Abasane Amra Mahotsava Prabhu Kore Dine Dine. In this way the Lord performed Sankirtan every day. And at the end of Sankirtan there was a mango eating festival every day for 12 months. Kirtan Korite Prabhu Aila Megagan Apanai Chaya Koila Mega Nibaran. Once while Mahaprabhu was performing kirtan, clouds assembled in the sky, and the Lord, by his own will, immediately stopped them from pouring rain. In this connection, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that once when Lord Chaitanya was performing Sankirtan a short way from the village, some clouds appeared overhead. By the supreme will of the Lord, the clouds were asked to disperse, and they did. Because of this incident, that place is still known as Megharachar. Since the course of the Ganges has now changed, the village of the name Melapukaria, which was formerly situated in a different place called Taranabas, has now become known as Megharachar. The Madhyakanda of Srila Lochan Das Thakur Chaitanya Mangal also relates that once at the end of the day, when evening clouds assembled overhead and thundered threateningly, all the Vaishnavas were very much afraid. But the Lord took his kartals in his hands and personally began chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, looking up towards the sky as if to direct the demigods in the higher planets. Thus all the assembled clouds dispersed, and as the sky became clear, with the moon rising, the Lord began dancing very happily with his jubilant and satisfied devotees. Ekdin Prabhu Shriba Sare Adi-lila Brihat Sahasranam Para Shunete Manahoila. One day the Lord ordered Srivas Thakur to read the Brihat Sahasranam, the 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu, for he wanted to hear them at that time. should touch the focus point. Ekdin Prabhu Shiva Adi-lila Brihat Sahasranam Para Shunate Manahoila. One day the Lord ordered Srivas Thakur to read the Brihat Sahasranam, the 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu, for he wanted to hear them at that time. Padite Ailastave Nishingaranam Shunya Vishtahoila Prabhu Goradam. As he read the 1,000 names of the Lord, in due course the holy name of Lord Nrsimha appeared. When Mahaprabhu heard the holy name of Lord Nrsimha, he became fully absorbed in thought. The Chaitanya Mangal, Madhyakanda, describes this incident as follows. Srivas Pandit was performing the Shraddha ceremony for his father, and as is customary, he was hearing the 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu. At that time, Gaurahari, Lord Chaitanya, appeared on the scene, and he also began to hear the 1,000 names of Vishnu with full satisfaction. When he thus heard the holy name of Lord Nrsimha, Lord Chaitanya became absorbed in thought, and he became angry like Nrsimha Prabhu in his angry mood. His eyes became red, his bodily hair stood on end. All the parts of his body trembled, and he made a thundering sound. All of a sudden he took up a club, and people became greatly afraid, thinking, we do not know what kind of offense we have now committed. But then Mahaprabhu adjusted his thoughts and sat down on his seat. Nrsimha Veshe Prabhu Hate Garata Ta Loya Nrsimha Abeshe Prabhu Hate Garalaya Pashandi Marite Jai Nagare Daya. In the mood of Lord Nrsimhadev, Lord Chaitanya ran through the city streets, club in hand, ready to kill all the atheists. Nrsimha Vesha Deki Mahate Jamoy Patachari Bhagelok Baya Boy. Pardon me. Nrsimha Vesha Deki Mahate Jamoy Patachari Bhagelok Paya Borabai. Seeing him appearing very fierce in the ecstasy of Lord Nrsimha, people ran from the street and fled here and there, afraid of his anger. Lok Baya Deki Prabhur Baya Hoila Srivas Grihete Giya Gada Felaila. Seeing the people so afraid, the Lord came to his external senses and thus returned to the house of Srivas Thakur and threw away the club. Srivase, Kohen Prabhu Korea Vishad, Lokbai Payamor Hoyaparad. The Lord became morose and said to Srivas Thakur, when I adopted the mood of Lord Nrsimhadev, people were greatly afraid. Therefore I stopped, since causing fear among people is an offense. Srivas Bolan Jay Tomara Namaloy Tarakoti Aparad Sab Hoi Koi. Srivas Thakur replied, anyone who takes your holy name vanquishes 10 millions of his offenses immediately. Aparad nahe koile lokaranishtar Jay Toma Dekila Toma Chutila Samsar. There is no offense in your appearing as Nrsimhadev. Rather, any man who saw you in that mood was immediately liberated from the bondage of material existence. Eta bole Srivas Korilas Seban Tushtahoya Prabhu Aila Apana Bhavan. After saying this, Srivas Thakur worshipped the Lord, who was then greatly satisfied and returned to his own home. Aradin Shiva Bhakta Shiva Gunagai Prabhura Angane Nache Damaru Bajai. On another day, a great devotee of Lord Shiva, chanting of Lord Shiva's qualities, came to Lord Chaitanya's house, where he began dancing in the courtyard and playing his damaru, a musical instrument. The damaru is like you can turn it and it has a has a ball attached to a, like, I don't know what it is, but then there's like a head like drums, and it will swing back and forth, and the ball hit the drum. So it's like a damaru. Mahesha Besha Hoila Sachiranandan Taraskande Charinritya Koila Bahukan. Then Lord Chaitanya, adopting the mood of Lord Shiva, got on the man's shoulders, and thus they danced together for a long time. Aradin ek bikuka aila magite prabhura nritya deki nritya lagila korite. On another day, a mendicant came to beg alms from the Lord's house, but when he saw the Lord dancing, he also began to dance. Prabhu sange nritya kore parama ulase prabhu tare prima dila prima rasa rase base. He danced with the Lord because he was favored by love of Krishna. Thus, he flowed in the mellows of love of Godhead, prema ras. He was absorbed in prema ras, mellows of love of Godhead. Aradine jyotisha sarvagya ekaila tahare samana kori prabhu. Prashna Koila. On another day, an astrologer came who was said to know everything, past, present, and future. Thus, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu received him with all honor and put this question before him. Ke achi lunami purva janme kahagani ganite lagila sarva gya prabhu bhakya shuni. Please tell me who I was in my previous birth, the Lord said. Please tell me by your astrological computations. Hearing the words of the Lord, the astrologer immediately began to calculate. Gani jani deki sarva gya mahajyotirmoy ananta vaikunta brahmanda sabara ashroy. Through calculation and meditation, the all-knowing astrologer saw the greatly effulgent body of the Lord, which is the resting place of all unlimited Vaikuntha planets. Parama Tattva, Parama Brahma, Parama Ishwar, Deki Prabhura, Murti, Sarva, Gya, Hoila, Fanfar. Seeing Lord Chaitanya to be the same absolute truth, the supreme Brahman, the personality of Godhead, the astrologer became confused. Bolitena parikachu mona hoila, Prabhu puna prashna koila kahite lagila. Struck with wonder, the astrologer remained silent, unable to speak, but when the Lord again put the question before him, he replied as follows. Purvajanme chila tumi jagadashrai, paripurna bhagavan sarvashvaryamoy. My dear sir, in your previous birth you were the shelter of all creation, the Supreme Personality of God, full of all opulences. Purve jaiche chila tumi ebeha serup durvigyeya nityananda tomara swarup. You are now the same personality of Godhead that you were in your previous birth. Your identity is inconceivable, eternal happiness. Prabhu hase koila tumi kichuna janila purveame achilan jatite goyala. When the astrologer was speaking so highly of him, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stopped him and began to smile. My dear sir, he said, I think you do not know very clearly what I was, for I know that in my previous birth I was a cowherd boy. Prabhu hase koila tumi kichuna janila Purveami achilun jatite goyala. So when Mahaprabhu asked the astrologer, who was I in my previous birth? Then the astrologer says, you were the Supreme Lord, the source of Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. You are that Supreme Personality. But when the astrologer was speaking so highly of him, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stopped him and began to smile. My dear sir, he said, I think you do not know very clearly what I was, for I know that in my previous birth I was a cowherd boy. Gopagrihe Janmachila Gabira Rakala Se Punye Hoilun Ebe Brahmana Chaujala. In my last birth, I was born in the family of cowherd men, and I gave protection to the calves and cows. Because of such pious activities, I have now become the son of a Brahmin. It's like Mahaprabhu is joking with the astrologer. The astrologer says, you're the Supreme Lord. Mahaprabhu says, I don't think you know who I am. I was in my previous birth, that's what I asked you, who I was in my previous birth. I was a cowherd boy. And because I took care of the cows and performed these kind of pious activities, in this lifetime I've been able to take birth in a Brahmin family. Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears as the son of Jagannath Mishra, and Jagannath Mishra is Brahmin. In my last birth, I was born in the family of cowherd men, and I gave protection to the calves and cows. Because of such pious activities, I've now become the son of a Brahmin. Sarvagya koheami dhajane dekilan tahate aishvarya deki fafara hoilan. The astrologer said, what I saw in meditation was full of opulence, and therefore I was confused. Se rupe deki ekakar, kabubeda deki e mayaya tomar. I'm certain that your form and the form I saw in my meditation are one and the same. If I see any difference, this is an act of your illusory energy. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahiyanya. In the vision of a perfect devotee, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a combination of Radha and Krishna. One who sees Lord Chaitanya to be different from Krishna is under the illusory energy of the Lord. It appears that the astrologer was already an advanced devotee, and when he came into the presence of the Supreme Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he became perfectly self-realized and could see that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, are one and the same Supreme Person. Jai how, say how to me, Thomake Namaskar, Prabhu Tare Premadiya Koila Puraskar. The all-knowing astrologer concluded, whatever you may be, or whoever you may be, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. By his causeless mercy, the Lord then gave him love of Godhead, thus rewarding him for his service. Ek din Prabhu Vishnu mandape basiya, Madhu ana bolena dakiya. One day the Lord sat down in the corridor of a Vishnu temple and began calling very loudly, bring some honey, bring some honey. Nityananda Gosai Prabhura Abesha Janila Ganga Jal Patra Ani Samuke Dorila. Nityananda Prabhu, understanding the ecstatic mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, brought a pot of Ganges water as a token and put it before him. Mahaprabhu was saying, bring honey. But Nityananda Prabhu puts a pot of Ganga water, or Ganga Jal, and puts it before Mahaprabhu. Jalpana Koriyanache Haya Vival Jamuna Karshana Lila Dekaye Sakal. After drinking the water, Lord Chaitanya became so ecstatic that he began to dance. Thus everyone saw the pastime of attracting the river Jamuna. Yamuna Karshana Lila is the pastime of attracting the Jamuna. One day Sri Baladev wanted the Jamuna river to come before him, and when the river Jamuna refused, he took his plow, wanting to dig a canal so that the Jamuna should be obliged to come there. Since Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's original form of Baladev, in his ecstasy he asked everyone to bring honey. In this way, all the devotees standing there saw the Yamuna Karshana Lila. In this Lila, Baladev was accompanied by his girlfriends. After drinking a honey beverage called Varuni, he wanted to jump into the Jamuna and swim with the girls. It is stated in Srimad-bhagavatam that Lord Baladev asked the Jamuna to come near, and when the river disobeyed the order of the Lord, he became angry and thus wanted to snatch her near to him with his plow. The Yamuna, however, very much afraid of Lord Balaram's anger, immediately came and surrendered unto him, praying to the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and admitting her fault. She was then excused. This is the sum and substance of the Yamuna Karshana Lila. The incident is also described in the prayer of Jayadev Goswami concerning the 10 incarnations. Bahashiva Pushe Vishade Vasanam Jaladabam Halahati Biti Milita Yamunabam Keshava Drita Haladara Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Okay. Maramata Gati Baladeva Anukar Acharya Shekara Tare Deke Ramakar. When the Lord in his ecstasy of Baladev was moving as if intoxicated by the beverage, Advaitacharya, the chief of the Acharyas, Acharya Shekhar, saw him in the form of Balaram. Vanamali, so Mahaprabhu has taken that form of Balaram. He was in his ecstasy of Nrsingadev, ran through the streets, ready to kill the atheists. So Mahaprabhu, hearing of the incarnations of the Lord, sometimes he will adopt the form and the mood of that incarnation. Vanamali Acharya Deke Sonara Langal Sabe Milin Nrityakore Aveshe Vival. Vanamali Acharya saw a golden plow in the hand of Balaram, and the devotees all assembled together and danced, overwhelmed by ecstasy. Emata Nritya Hoila Chare Prahar Sanjaya Gangasnan Hari Sabe Gela Gar. In this way they danced continuously for 12 hours, and in the evening they all took a bath in the Ganges and then returned to their homes. Nagariya Loke Prabhu Jabe Agya Dila Gare Gare Sankirtana Korite Lagila. The Lord had ordered all the citizens of Navadip to chant the Hare Krishna mantra, and in each and every home they began performing Sankirtan regularly. Haraye Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Gopal Govindaram Shrimadu Sudana. All the devotees sang this popular song along with the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Haraye Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shrimadu Sudana. Mridanga Karatal Sankirtana Mahadwani Hari Hari Dwani Bine Hari Hari Dwani Bina Anyana Hishuni. Mridanga Karatal Sankirtan Mahadwani Hari Hari Dwane Bina Anya Nahishuni. When the Sankirtan movement thus started, no one in Navadip could hear any other sound than the words Hari, Hari, and the beating of the mridanga and clashing of handbells or kartals. Shunya J. Kruda Hoila Sakala Jaban Kaje Pashi Ashi Sabe Koila Nibedan. Hearing the resounding vibration of the Hare Krishna mantra, the local Muslim, greatly angry, submitted a complaint to the Qazi. The local Muslims, greatly angry, submitted a complaint to the Qazi. The Fojadara, or city magistrate, was called a Qazi. The zamindars or landholders, mandaleras, levied taxes on the land, but keeping law and order and punishing criminals was the duty entrusted to the Qazi. Both the Qazi and the landholders were under the control of the governor of Bengal, which at that time was known as Shuba Bengal. The districts of Nadia, Islampur, and Bagojana were all under the zamindar named Harihara, or his descendant known as Hora Krishnadas. It is said that Chand Qazi was the spiritual master of Nawab Hussain Shah. According to one opinion, his name was Maulana Shirajudina, and according to another, his name was Haribarab Ramana. Descendants of Chand Qazi are still living in the vicinity of Mayapur. People still go to the tomb of Chand Qazi, which is underneath a champak tree and is known as Chand Qazi's Samadhi. Krode Sandhya Kale Kaji Loke Krode Sandhya Kale Kaji Ek Gora Aila Mridanga Bhangiya Loke Kohite Lagila Krode Sandhya Kale Kaji Ek Gara Aila Mridanga Bhangiya Loke Kohite Lagila. Chand Qazi angrily came to one home in the evening, and when he saw a kirtan going on, he broke a mridanga and spoke as follows. Ekala kehonahi hoila Hindu jani ebeje ujjama chaulao korabala jani. For so long you did not follow the regulative principles of the Hindu religion, but now you are following them with great enthusiasm. May I know by whose strength you are doing so. Keho kirtanana Korea sakala nagare aji ami kamsha kori jadi jaite changare. No one should perform sankirtan on the streets of the city. Today I am excusing the offense and returning home. So, because he said no one should perform sankirtan in the streets. Arajari kirtana korite laga bhaimu sarbasva dandiya tara jati je loemu. The next time I see someone performing such sankirtan, I shall certainly chastise him by not only confiscating all his property, but also converting him into a Muslim. Okay. Eta bole kaji gela magariya halok prabhustane nivedila paya borashuka. Eta bole kaji gela nagariya lok Prabhu stane nishedila pana bora shok. After saying this, the Qazi returned home, and the devotees, greatly shocked that they were forbidden to chant Hare Krishna, submitted their grief to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prabhu Agyadila Jaha Koraha Kirtan Muis Shankarimu Ajay Sakala Javan. Lord Chaitanya ordered, go perform sankirtan. Today I shall kill all the Muslims. Garigiya Sablok Koraye Kirtan Kajir Baya Swachanda Nahi Chamatkaraman Garigiya Sablok Koraye Kirtan Kajir Baye Swachanda Nahi Ek Garigiya Sablok Koraye Kirtan Kajir Baye Swachanda Nahi Chamat Kitaman. Returning home, all the citizens began performing Sankirtan, but because of the order of the Kasi, they were not carefree, but always full of anxiety. Because the Muslim government had forbid them to chant, to perform Sankirtan, but under Mahaprabhu's encouragement, he's telling them to do Sankirtan, and he will adjust everything himself. Tasabar antare bai Prabhu manejani kohite lagila loke shigra dakiani. Understanding the anxiety within the people's minds, the Lord called them together and spoke to them as follows. Nagare nagare aji korimu kirtan sanjakale korea sabe nagara mandan. In the evening I shall perform Sankirtan in each and every town. Therefore you should all decorate the city in the evening. In the evening I shall perform Sankirtan in each and every town. Therefore you should all decorate the city in the evening. At that time Navadip was composed of 9 small cities. So the words Nagare Nagare are significant. Mahaprabhu wanted to perform Kirtan in each of these neighboring towns. He ordered the city decorated for the function. So he wants this and all the different dvipas or towns of Navadip. Navadip means 9 islands, but they're spiritual islands. They're not surrounded by water. Not necessarily, but Mahaprabhu told them to do Sankirtan throughout all Navadip, throughout all the 9 islands, or all the 9 towns of Navadip. Sanjate duty sabe jwala gare gare deka kon kajiashi moramana kore. In the evening burn torchlights in every home. I shall give protection to everyone. Let us see what kind of kazi comes to stop our kirtan. Etakohe sanjakale chale gorarai kirtanera koila prabhu Tina Sampradai. In the evening, Lord Gaurasundar went out and formed 3 parties to perform Kirtan. Age Sampradai Nritya Kore, Haridas Madhyenache, Acharya Gosai Parama Ulas. In the front party danced Thakur Haridas, and in the middle Paulus, and in the middle party danced Advaitacharya with great jubilation. In the front party danced Thakur Haridas, and in the middle party danced Advaitacharya with great jubilation. Pache Sampradaya Nritya Kore Gorachandra Tarasange Nache Bole Prabhu Nityananda. Lord Gaurasundar himself danced in the rear party, and Sri Nityananda Prabhu moved with Lord Chaitanya's dancing. Vrindavanadasiha Chaitanya Mangale Vistari Bharni Jachin Prabhu Kripa Bole. By the grace of the Lord, Srila Vrindaban Das Thakur has elaborately described this incident in his Chaitanya Mangal, now Chaitanya-bhagavat. Emata kirtana kore magare brahmila brahmite brumatite gyane choy. Emata kirtan kore nagare baramila brahmite sabe kaje dwarigela. Performing kirtan in this way, circumambulating through every nook and corner of the city, they finally reached the door of the Kazi. Tarja Garja, Kore Lok, Kore Kolahao, Gorachandra Bole Lok, Prashraya Pagal. Murmuring in anger and making a roaring sound, the people, under the protection of Lord Chaitanya, became mad through such indulgence. The Qazi had issued an order not to perform kirtan, congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord, but when this was brought up to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he ordered civil disobedience to the Qazi's order. Lord Chaitanya and all his devotees, naturally enthusiastic, although agitated, must have made a great noise with their loud cries. Kirtanera dwanite kaji lukai lagare tarjana garjana tshumi nahoy bahire. The loud sound of the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra certainly made the Qazi very much afraid, and he hid himself within the room, hearing the people thus protesting. The loud sound of the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra certainly made the Qazi very much afraid, and he hid himself within his room, hearing the people thus protesting, murmuring in great anger. The Qazi would not come out of his home, wouldn't come out to receive Mahaprabhu, because he was afraid that so many people had come there. This also adds to it. This verse mentions, Udatalok bange kajira gara pushpana vistare parnila iha dasha Vrindaban. Naturally, some of the people who were very much agitated began to retaliate the Qazi's actions by wrecking his house and flower garden. Srila Vrindaban Das Thakur has elaborately described this incident. Tabe Mahaprabhu Tara Dwarate Basila Babyalok Pataya Kajire Bolaila. Thereafter, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reached the Qazi's house, he sat down by the doorway and sent some respectable, gentle persons. Thereafter, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reached the Qazi's house, he sat down by the doorway and sent some respectable persons to call for the Qazi. Durahoite agya kaji mata naujaya kajire basaila prabhu samana korea. When the Qazi came, his head bowed down. The Lord gave him proper respect in a seat. So they're at the Qazi's house, but the Qazi was hiding because the mob was greatly agitated and he was afraid. But when finally the Qazi came, and he sat down with his head bowed down, and then Mahaprabhu gave him proper respect and a seat. Because Mahaprabhu is, he's doing civil disobedience and he's defying the order of the Qazi, but at the same time, Mahaprabhu's ways are gentle. Some of the men in Mahaprabhu's civil disobedience movement were agitated because they could not control their minds, but the Lord was thoroughly peaceful, sober, and unagitated. Therefore, when the Qazi came down to see him, the Lord offered him proper respect and a seat because he was a respectable government officer. Thus the Lord taught us by his personal behavior in pushing on our Sankirtan movement of Krishna consciousness. We might have to face difficult days, but we should always follow in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and do the merciful according to the time and circumstances. Prabhu bolanami tomara ailama abhyagata amideke lukaila a dharma kemata. In a friendly way, the Lord said, Sir, I have come to your house as your guest, but upon seeing me, you hid yourself in your room. What kind of etiquette is this? That I come to your house and then you hide from me in your room? What kind of etiquette is that? That's what Mahaprabhu says. Kaji kohe tumi aisha kruda hoya tomashanta karaite rahinu lugaya. The Kazi replied, you have come to my house in a very angry mood. To pacify you, I did not come before you immediately, but kept myself hidden. Ebi tumi shanta hoile ashimililan bhagyamora toma hena atiti pailan. Ebi tumi shanta hoile ashimililan bhagyamora toma hena atiti pailan. Now that you have become pacified, I have come to you. It is my good fortune to receive a guest like your honor. So Mahaprabhu, he is showing respect to the governor. Although he's a Muslim, Mahaprabhu offers nice talk to the Qazi. He speaks to him in a nice way so that they can have some conversation, some exchange. Now that you have become pacified, I have come to you. It is my good fortune to receive a guest like your honor. So first I waited for you to calm down. Then I came to talk with you. Grama sambande chakravarti hoy mora chacha. Grama sambande chakravarti hoy mora chacha. Deho sambande hoite hoy Grama Sambandha Sancha. In our village relationship, Nilambar Chakravarti Thakur was my uncle. Such a relationship is stronger than a bodily relationship. Nilambar Chakravarti hoy tumaranana say sambandhe how to me amara bhagina. Nilambar Chakravarti is your maternal grandfather. And by this relationship, you are thus my nephew. So the Qazi, speaking in this way too, have a conversation with Mahaprabhu. And when he came with many of the devotees, some of the devotees were uprooting trees. They were very disturbed. So the Qazi hid. But then after a while, he came down to speak to Mahaprabhu. So I'm going to stop at this place today. We'll sing Hari Harai. Hari Harai Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama Jaravaya Maravaya Keshavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Moha Giridhari Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Charanara Shiva Sadi Kora Bhakta Vrinda Dhanara Shiva Sadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Rasa Raghunath, Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Rasa Raghunath, Hey Chai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan, Chai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan, Jaoite Vignana Shabishta Puran, Jaoite Vignana Shabishta Puran, Hey Chai Gosai Jarmui Taradas, Hey Chai Gosai Jarmui Taradas, Tasava Padarinu Mora Panchagras, Tasava Padarinu Mora Panchagras, Kadir Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanebas, Kadir Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanebas, Janame Janame Mor E Abhilas, Janame Janame Mor E Abhilas, E Jai Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas, E Jai Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas, Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash, Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash, Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindaban, Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindaban, Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Manjai Aman, Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Manjai Aman, Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas, Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas, Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamudas, Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamudas, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, oh, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Ju Ki Jai. Jai Shri Krishna Janmastami Ki Jai. Jai Shri Bhagavan Shri Krishna Abhirbhav Mahotsav Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajaka Charyashta Tarasara Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajaka Charya Ashtatara Sadashi Srimad Srila Bhakti Rakakshira Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Bharga Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Premsigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasani Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Srila Vrindaban Das Thakur Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya-bhagavat Ki Jai. Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishvavaranya Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Shri Dham Mayapur Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Shri Koladvip Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Soquel Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Vrindaban Dham Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan Sham Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Srila Govinda Maharaj Ki Jai. Gaur Brahmanande Hari Hari Bol.
Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj Ki Jai.